Hey you all, thanks so much for tuning in. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, but I've had so much going on between becoming a new father and just getting acclimated with having 2 jobs as a school counselor and a mental health therapist. My life has really been busy. So thank you all so much, and thank you. Special shout out to all the folks who inboxed me, DM'd me, and just inquired about where I was, when I would be making a video, but also providing words of affirmation and just sharing what a difference my channel makes and how it's been helpful. That really served as a catalyst for me to make this video, because I honestly didn't know the significance of my channel, but just receiving those inquiries while I was gone really served as a confirmation that this channel is useful and it has a purpose. And so thank you for sharing that, and I look forward to making more videos. So with it being social work month, yay, elevate social work and just all things social work, I thought it would be a good time to make a video about things to consider before accepting your offer to your MSW program. So the first thing would be the overall financial situation. Now, within the financial situation, I think you should definitely identify scholarship, graduate assistantship, and fellowship opportunities, because these are going to be the things that allow you to afford your education. You want to receive a scholarship that's going to pay a substantial amount of your tuition and fees. If you are at a school that offers tuition waivers, that's what I received, then that would be great to consider, because it just wipes the tuition out completely, and then all you have to worry about are your fees. And then the other thing would be a graduate assistantship, which is also what I had, and you can utilize that to pay for your living expenses, pay for your student fees, and just be able to live and afford your books and things like that. Also, for your books, when it comes to finances, you should ask them, am I able to check these books out from the library? Because a lot of people didn't do that, and a classmate of mine, Chris Lofton, actually put my wife and I on during our time in the program together, and we actually checked out most of our books. I don't think I bought a single grad book. You definitely should be thinking of just ways in which you can afford your education without having to use loans. If you are that student who your GPA may not be in the best situation to be competitive for scholarships or fellowships, or you may not be eligible for graduate assistantships, which sometimes have a GPA stipulation, then you want to consider attending an affordable university. You want to have a very high offer in terms of scholarships and fellowships and things before accepting an admissions offer from their MSW program. You don't want to come out upside down. You don't want to say, hey, I'm going to take out these loans and I'm not even making half of that. I recognize that loans make it possible for some students to afford their education, so I'm not anti-loan, but I will say that's money you have to pay back, and that's money that accrues interest. So you want to make sure that you're taking out the smallest amount as possible, and really the best way to do that is to attend a school that is low in tuition. As long as they have, and I'm kind of transitioning into some other points, but as long as they have your concentration, and as long as they are accredited by the Council on Social Work Education, CSWE, then you are good to go. So the next thing I would say is program opportunities. You want to make sure that your program that you're accepting has your concentration. You don't want to have to try to create your concentration. You don't want to try to, do that. You want to enter a program that has it laid out. It's really necessary for you to identify what it is that you want to do and what it is that the population you want to work with and what it is you want to learn, and see if the program offers that, because if not, it may not be the program for you, and that's okay. You don't have to settle. It's okay if you have to wait a year. It's okay if you have to postpone going to graduate school because you only want to go once. Ideally, you only want to go once. You do not want to have to go 2-3 times. And this leads me into my next point, and that is program and academic opportunities. So with academic opportunities, you want to look into a program that may offer, depending on your interest, dual degree programs or joint programs. And so you want to make sure that you are, again, maximizing your opportunity to become a little bit more competitive, so I can apply to joint degree programs. So again, when I graduate, I have all of the requirements to go even more broadly into certain career avenues. The last two would be location and reputation. And with location, you really want to go to school where you want to live. I think there's no other way of saying that. Yes, you can move. Yes, you can, apply for licensures in other states, but it's so much easier if you are already in that city, because you are being allotted the opportunity to make those connections. You are given the chance to intern and do your field placement at places that may have an opening, which I'll talk about later in the year. You just want to set yourself up so you don't have to go through all those hoops, because it's hard to transfer your license and it costs money. So you don't want to put unnecessary stress on yourself. And so it really is important to identify, and I don't want you to think, oh, I have to have all of the answers at this time, because you really don't. But if you can avoid that, then it would be helpful. The last thing would be your reputation. And so this isn't just the reputation of the school according to US News and World Report, but this is really amongst the students. So when you're admitted, you want to talk to the students about what's not being said. You want to be exposed to the truth. That's something you have to dig deep for, and you may or may not get the answer from the student representatives, because they choose the best of the best, and they choose people who are going to have nothing but great things to say. And so it's going to be up to you to utilize social media to see who's a current student and how can I get the real scoop on a program, because you're not going to get it from a student rep. Okay, I think those are all of the important things, at least the top 5 anyway. I'm sure there's so much more, but if you have been accepted into an MSW program, comment in the comment section below where you've been admitted to and where you plan to accept, and also let me know what area of social work you hope to enter. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, and until I see you next time, be you, be great.